told somebody it is over, and that is what it is. And if the devil can try to stop a person like you, then he's beyond excited. Because what they never expected for you to do is get tired and truly say, it's cool, and leave. They expected for you to argue, to fuss, to fight, to over explain, to just stay in a mess. And you said, it's okay. They wanted you begging, they wanted you pleading, they wanted you asking, what did I do? But you said, no, that's all right. And you have peace. And what they realized at that point right there, when you were like, it's cool, when you know what they done, you know what they did, but you didn't even crack at all. You said, it's okay. They understood when you were calm, when you didn't respond, when you did not react, when you did not stay, when you left and didn't reach back out. They understood that they lost something very powerful. You know what they lost? Your energy and your power. You know why? Because in that moment, that pivotal moment right there, you took it all back. It don't matter what it looks like today in your life, but when a person has got tired of playing games, being disrespected, not really valued for what you sincerely really are, there's no need for words. There's no need for an exchange of energy. There's really not a need for anything. It's over, and it just simply is what it is. Period. Now, what people didn't expect is for you to ever get the courage to sincerely walk away. But what happens when a person has been broken down so much, God will come in to the rescue and show you so much. He will begin to let you know that character is more important than charisma. He begins to let you know that intensity and just crazy, chaotic things is not as important as stability. He begins to open your eyes to let you know that your emotions is not like an emergency room for somebody to check in and get a fix and leave, but your emotions is something that God has given you to alert you to where you need to go and what you need to be, and to really connect you to Him. So it's so important at this time that we guard ourselves, because we are merely vessels that spirits can occupy. And a lot of times we tend to forget certain things because we've been programmed to just focus on small things. But because of the struggle and all the things that you had to go through, you really focus on God-like things. God-like things are amazing. They're just amazing. They're unlike anything that you will ever encounter in a physical world. God-like things are things that are just really unseen. God-like things are things that make you feel good. You know that you're in the will of God, and everything lines up when you don't even see it. You could just feel it up in your spirit. God-like things will give you the courage to walk away from every image, everything that you have built, and you can literally follow God. See, when I think about what you're doing in your life, it takes courage. It takes courage to walk away from something, somebody, someone's that really had a hold on you. You were concerned about what they may think, how you may look, what they may do, who you may disappoint, But when you're dying inside because you're not treated right, then after a while, you get tired. So you just left. And what they never expected for you to do for real, is not care about what somebody else thought about you. You know, I was thinking about this. I was thinking about that rich man in the scripture that came up to Jesus. Now, I'm probably not going to say this for real because I don't have my Bible in front of me. So for Bible scholars, I ain't a Bible scholar, but I love God enough to study scripture. But anyway, it was this rich man that came up to Jesus one time and was like, what do I need to do? You know, a teacher, da-da-da-da-da. Jesus told dude, just take all your stuff and give it away and follow me. And it said in the scripture somewhere in there that the dude was just stricken with grief and sadness. And he turned from Jesus and he walked away. Sometimes people can get so caught up in what they have accomplished because society has taught us to be performers and not really authentic people. Performance is what it takes for you to gain recognition and respect from people all around you, for you to build a legacy, sometimes even build a family and build a image. Some of this stuff is based on a lie, but you get caught up in the lie. Some people get caught up in the lie and they build on that. And when you accomplish all the things, when you have all the titles, where you have the cars, where you have the money, where you have the influence, where you have the respect, where you have everything that a person can possibly even dream of, where you have the wife, where you have the husband, when you know that that ain't who God told you to be with. Now, this ain't for everybody, but you got caught up in a situation and you did the right thing. When you have all of this and you've built all of this on this here, and Jesus turned to you and tell you to take everything that you have accumulated throughout the years and give that away, it hurts because you care more, some people, about the stuff than about really following God. See, it takes a sacrifice because Jesus knew that the man's heart was far from him. And in order for him to truly experience him, he had to give up what he loved. Not because he loved it, but because it had became a God for him. See, some people, God is what they've accomplished, the titles that they possess, the money that they have, the cars that they're bought, the community that they live in, the groups that they're a part of, the influence in the world, on the job, or wherever else. That becomes a God to people. And Jesus knew exactly what he was doing by telling the man, give up all the stuff and come on and follow me, because his identity was wrapped up into things. He cared more about the stuff than he cared about really getting to know God on an intimate level. And see, you didn't care. You got tired. You didn't care about the stuff. You may have the title, you may have the money, you may have the position, but you were willing to walk away. You didn't care about what somebody thought about you. You didn't care about how you look. You didn't care about who you disappointed, because at the end of the day, you only wanted to please God. And sometimes we get caught up because we got the stuff. We get caught up in dead relationships because we got the money. We get caught up into those type of things because it looks bad. But when you're dying inside, and when you know it was built on a lie, when you know that you're not being treated right, when you know that you're being manipulated and misused, when you know that you ain't ever had no rest since you've been over there in that mess, somehow, some way, God gives you the courage and he makes your spirit just bulletproof. So it don't even matter what nobody had to say about you. You got up out of there anyway. You laugh, baby. They never expected for you to do that. The devil thought he had you trapped into a cage of stuff, things, what it looks like. But you were courageous. You were authentic. You were willing to give it all up so that you could follow God. You got tired of being broken. You got tired of being sick and tired. You got tired of being in situations and people pulling on your energy, just draining you and treating you so bad. You got tired of your development being delayed because you were in this cage. You got tired of pleasing everyone else, but you never had an opportunity to really develop yourself. And so now you're courageous. Now you're bold. Now you're willing to give it all up and walk away and follow God into the unknown. See, it's the people like you, the children like you, that has God's heart, that he knows on an intimate level, that he remembers because you talk to him so much. He knows you. He knows your voice. He knows your spirit because you're always in front of him. It is you that's valuable, that's so necessary, that is courageous. And if the devil can try to stop a person like you, then he's beyond excited. Because what they never expected for you to do is get tired and truly say, it's cool, and leave. They expected for you to argue, to fuss, to fight, to over-explain, to just stay in a mess. And you said, it's okay. They wanted you begging. They wanted you pleading. They wanted you asking, what did I do? But you said, no, that's all right. And you have peace. And what they realized at that point right there, when you were like, it's cool, when you know what they done, you know what they did, but you didn't even crack at all. You said, it's okay. They understood when you were calm, when you didn't respond, when you did not react, when you did not stay, when you left and didn't reach back out. They understood that they lost something very powerful. You know what they lost? Your energy and your power. You know why? Because in that moment, that pivotal moment right there, you took it all back. I want you to think about that. And into the next video, guys. Peace. Because I still be believing in you. Have a good day.